shit.
Oh, that's nasty, that is.
I'm still just stuck in the clouds, it's just loading in. There we go.
What are you in the party for?
And as soon as I'm in, I'll be able to spectate on
We
you.
invite you out of kindness.
Oh, if you're going to talk quite loud, make sure you mute Fox as well.
Yeah, second. Load this. Yep.
Oh, what a rip-off. That wasn't much tuna.
Tuna, that's disgusting.
What? Fishy? Tuna? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Rank.
You put a bit of mayonnaise in there. You get
Tuna
tuna mayonnaise. Oh. Luke, I've got fishy fingers.
This is tuna.
Luke.
You got Tyrese.
Hello everybody in the stream. We are bringing you mobbing.
I'm turning my voice off.
Watch it. GG
I've got fishy fingers.
My friend Stanley. That is Shiftless.
You're mature, aren't you, Joe?
Oh, hello, Luke. Oh.
You're right, Tom.
Hello, bro.
Tyrese, you
streaming? Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to turn your voice up. Yeah. Or mute me. Yeah. Right, and there we go.
I'm gonna be quiet.
I am spectating. And I'm going to share the stream real quick.
Luke, talk to me this
We
tuna.
are doing rally first, the guys. I said. Same for both. Hello, Fluids, mate. Thank you for tuning in.
It's on the track.
PS histories. Yep.
Takes a real man to drive in the rain. Exactly.
I'll do the same in a minute in my chat. Load.
Before, but no. You're nasty, you are, Luke. Back out where?
Just sharing it. Should be going out. Copy and paste. Like to share.
Tyrese, you're shit at football, man. I'm a beast at football. I used to play for the school. So did I. I used to play for the mug. I scored from a corner. What are you getting? That's every time I keep ball.
I am good to go when you are.
Pogba.
So yeah, we have a zombie. We have. Mobbing. The Shiftless. We have rally first. I am just going to share mobbing screen into my chat as well.
United always need penalties to win, man. I'm still fucking sleepy.
That's world record, 3 laps. Fucking hell. That's a 3 lap world record, that is.
I am very much looking forward to this.
No, 5:30 innit? Oh shit! Don't mind that. Scrap that.
Why is he setting world record then?
Yeah, I'll catch you in a bit, mobbing. Good luck to you both. And the job. He's launching.
Tyrese, don't worry, he lost to me and I got DNF'd.
He goes. We're getting so close,
Luke, have you
Fluids,
got an
mate.
entity? What have you
And
got?
hello, Albo and Alex. Thank you both very much for tuning in. I am
What about
excited
entities?
to be bringing you Mobbin v.
Wait, so
Shiftless.
is everyone in an entity or do some people have like T20s?
Let me just turn that down.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We're off. We are with Mobbin at the moment. Shiftless, aggressive, on the curbs, early, holding his lead. Mobbin, nice and smooth, around the corners on a slightly wet track. Just lose just a tiny bit of time to Andy with the extra curbs. Mobbin getting a bit more aggressive on them now, and they're closing the gap up. Nice and safe. Nice extra bit of curb on there, nice and smooth through the corner, swing through it very aggressively, swing back to Andy.
Oh, it's going to mess up, isn't it?
Mobbin did just take the lead. Mobbin stays nice and straight. Andy goes to the right. That tightened it up a little bit from the last time, but you can see that line isn't that much faster. Just the high and revs early coming down the hill. And he is holding distance now. Takes a slightly thinner line through the corner, has to let off slightly, and it allows Mobbin to extend the lead ever so slightly. And he shortens it with a tighter corner and really tightens that aggressive on the brake. And that does it, pulls nose to bumper. And he pulls ahead over the jump, Mobbin shortening his air time as much as possible, trying to get a little bit more contact with the road. And Mobbin in for the wall ride. He acted like to Andy that he wasn't going to, swings aggressively into it and takes a good lead. Maybe led Andy down the path of playing it safe before swinging it. Very clever tactical play from Mobbin that has given him a nice lead. Good clean wall ride from both, holding the distance, and he does appear to have closed the distance. A very nice hairpin there from Andy, and it does shrink the distance back down. But again, I have to say, I did admire that slight little bit of gameplay, mind games from Mobbin, acting as though he wasn't going to go into it before swinging heavily into it to give himself a good lead. Andy is closing, both going aggressive across the curbs. Andy nice and tidy through the corner. Mobbin carried maybe a mile an hour of speed more. Nice wide approach from Andy, gets up the hill nicely, shortening the gap, a little wobble, pulls the car around very well though, handles it and loses little time. He still has a good chance going into the tight dirt section. Shortens the gap a lot on the first corner and loses just a touch on the second. This is going to be a close battle to the end. Aggressive through the bumps, gets the last bit unlucky there, and he just caught a little bit of the bank and it spun him out. Unlucky. Alex offering good luck to both. That was just before the start of the race.
Wait, so right now the pre-lobby is open.
We saw the 310.903 from Mobbin, and again,
so right now,
you do
pre-lobby open.
have to respect that little bit of mind games, selling Andy on playing it safe and then swinging aggressive into the wall ride to give himself an advantage going into the final section. Pushing very hard, it just caused a slight spin out.
Is that a Kiwi or fish?
Andy caught the last little bit of the banked mud. No, that was really well handled from both of you. Was that a slight bit of mind games as well, Mobbin, where you were looking like you were going to play it safe before you swung in to try and lead Andy down that path? It was, yeah, it was very clever playing. It was very clever playing. No, because I know, Andy, you do go with that wall ride quite often, so it is something you would have gone for if you thought Mobbin was. It was very clever playing. But yeah, I had to give you good props for that, Mobbin. Well played on the tactics. And we head in. We head in to In the City. Mobbin is just going to head back into game chat so he can focus in. Andy is, I believe, staying in the party chat with me. We did hear him. It was a little bit, we had a little bit of disappointment, or I did. His voice isn't shared. Yeah, no worries, my man. Andy is going to join Mobbin in game chat with a muted mic. Oh, okay, yeah. You've only got 3 seconds, so Andy, just be quick. Good, lad. So, here we are. See, pros tag and Andy's car. Can I get back to that nice overhead camera? We do see the goat tag on the side there of Mobbin's beautiful red car. Come off this camera now. Cool. Back to Mobbin, giving us a view of both. Very clean exit. Slightly, just ever so slightly lower, a little bit more to the right inside the borders of the curbs. Andy, and that has allowed him to take a strong lead. Mobbin getting hung up at the beginning. Andy's caught the back end at the last fence and had to reverse out, allowing Mobbin to take the lead, but Mobbin just glancing off the fence and into the barrier gap. Very unfortunate little deflection off the barrier there, and that does give it back. That does give it back to Andy. And now we have seen Andy getting good lap times around here recently, down as low as a 2:09 recently. Very nice. And as much as it is now so slightly out of date, there was the world record from Green Machine. It has now been beaten twice, but it is good guide. Then live to go check that out. And we know that Mobbin is often live streaming hot lapping sessions and then regularly uploading new PBs and world records, so make sure to head over and check out both of our guys. So by Shiftless, GGMOBBIN. Lag spike seemed to steal all of Mobbin's revs for a second there, but gathered back up to speed nicely, and that gap has slightly closed. We do see Andy just ahead. Nice, great boost. We didn't see the tyre skid mark, but we do hear the extended squeal. And again, we do see the skid mark this time from the left wheel, but we did hear both sets of wheels squealing away like a little piggy. Nice line from Mobbin. Between at the half point, he pulls down sharp, whipping car catching really nicely. Time matching Andy's last approach, but Andy's nice and clean through this section. Hasn't got hung up this time on the fence, neither has Mobbin. Exceptionally well done. Really clean through the corners. Just And nice and safe, shortening the gap again. Nice, smooth line. Really tidy, getting close to the edge of the track. Andy ahead, entering the tube very clean. At the end of this lap, we will potentially. We can't see Andy there in the distance, really clean through. And he's got round through, planting off fence and missing the barrier, pulling slightly to the right so he doesn't have to do any adjustment as looking to the left to get across the curb. Nice approach from Mobbin, and we do see the attempted and successful brake boost. I believe they're successful. They've extended. It may not, as I have mentioned before, I do believe that there be a difference between a perfect brake boost and then a brake boost that helps increase the rev slightly more than just a curb boost. You hear an extra little squeal when you get the mild one, and then you get the extended tyre skid mark and a puff of smoke from tyres the closer you get.
I like closer scope.
Yeah, so do I. Let's go. Puff, puff. Really clean, and this time Mobbin is closing the gap slightly, getting little bits of curves here and there, very clean through the pass. We do see Andy swing to the right through the corner, wide through the checkpoint though, catching it nicely. I do believe from the map position Andy was on the wood there, caught it very nicely. Mobbin very tidy through the corners, but Andy does appear to have pulled away slightly more through that second track section before the tube. Mobbin was closing before the ramp skip, Andy extended afterwards, but Mobbin appears to have shortened the gap through the exit of the tube and through that little hairpin. It is going down tight. There's a little bit between them, but it isn't. It's a very mild mistake that could cost it. So Andy, right, just be within himself ever so slightly. Very clean through the tube again, and the distance appears to have stayed relatively similar. And Andy, as long as he's clean through the final corners, and hello Asan, my dude. The goated one returns. And Mobbin had closed the gap slightly down the ramp, maybe an extra brake boost.
Alright.
Really tidy through, getting the back end out, just pulling the car back around, smashing through the lamp post, just wobbling up a bit, but gets the checkpoint nicely underneath. Andy does bring it back to 1-all.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice race from both of you. Is the distance and you can see, yeah, we see the lap times, the 13.038 to Andy to the 0.64 from Mobbin. Very close lap times, and then only just over 2 seconds between the two of them.
Ah, you lie?
That's it, man. I'm sure that time will come.
It's not live yet, it might be a bit delayed. Or is it just a moment?
Well, guys, I have agreed to do both playlists. I believe Andy sent to me before.
No, I don't
Hopefully.
see them.
4 subscribers off, Fox.
Nicely. Thank you all
Nice.
very much. What are you on about? You've yet to get a good time,
I know
Hassan.
you
I'm
are.
at a 2:15, mate.
Ah,
Hassan's saying, oh, I've only got a 2:11 on in the city. I need to get myself a good time. Jesus, Hassan, mate, making people feel bad. And no, I'm joking, my dude. I do know what you guys mean when you... just doesn't feel good for yourselves.
so Armin.
Ah, that's right, that changed. Plus, you're a bot, man. Why you just...
Huh?
That wasn't me, man. I haven't
No,
even
that
made
was
a
me,
noise.
that was me. I had the bubbly bubble.
So we've been trying to blame other people, huh?
And it
That's
was,
unacceptable,
honestly, it was all good, mate. But yeah, that's a nice time as well, like the 2:10.1 on in the city, very nice time, showing again. You're very
Also top.
strong.
Everybody
With
shut your
Robin,
mouth.
has,
Do you still want to
and
do weekly
is
big one?
lightly pulling away, it looks like, and it gives you on the gap a little bit, just on the last bit of curve.
11.
You see the front wheels of both cars flicking back and forth with that cadenced steering. Alright, it's to your time.
Should be able to get you
Alex,
a
we were just saying, well done and well for your 2:10. Giving it a little shout out. Very clean exit. Andy again, slightly lower, and that is going to allow him to reach top speed slightly sooner, but the boost is going to dampen the loss of time from Mobbin and allow him to keep the lead that he has got so far. Very clean, sharp, critical lines from Mobbin, showing the level of experience. To Andy. Yeah, you lifted. But nice to have you with us, Darwin. That's Daisy from YouTube having joined the party. Oh, and the back end of the car slightly slipping out, but he is on to the pink, nicely minimal braking, and that allows him to pull away strongly, shooting a long way down the ramp though. I think that's a risk choice, but you're going to have a nice jump across there. Mobbin now does have a relatively comfortable lead. That one tiny slip, I think it still ended up being clean and on the track, but that lost time on this, the lost time on these exits. Oh, high exit, bricking out on the incline is, and I will, Andy, with your permission, I will in a moment flick on to Mobbin and let you settle into your drive, and as I say, apply a little bit of YouTube commentary pressure onto Mobbin. So, here we go, over to Mobbin. Here is Mobbin, that nice, smooth line across the head, and nicely catching just the apex and pulling sharply across the track. Brushing ever so lightly against edge, back through and round across the curbs into the tube. It is looking clean so far. Mobbin just pulling pace, just against the shadow, close metal line and then comes right with a clean exit and mobbing. Keeps the lead. That's the way we'll phrase it. It's not entering first, it's just the way the tube moves round on itself. But Andy maybe starting to shorten the gap behind. High line that pulls down at the apex of the corner and down onto the thick boost line, turns through the tube nicely with a loop, but just above the shadow. Mobbing is going to show me the pro line, just meeting. Okay, so you use that. Okay, so it's that part of the tube. Nice, thank you, Mobbing. But
No
this
clue
one,
what was
none of us do.
about 50 miles here.
But very nice, close.
Yeah. The one.
Amazing. We go on into the tube, into the clean through. We did see a 255.841 from Mobbin and Andy, 14 seconds behind at the beginning of his lap. Really nice line through here, and it looks like a very clean ramp.
That's a mix.
Very nice from Mobbin. Nice and light over the track, and then chasing across the curves. Looking very nice and clean so far.
They already won 2 races.
Little bit of bricking now. We've seen the 253.437, the 252.810. So Andy, my boy Andy, Shiftless has shortened the gap 5 seconds. So maybe 13 seconds-ish behind. But Mobbin has got a strong advantage. And does it nice and swings the car around hard, maybe just an extra little dab of brake when he thought he'd need. He comes in and on through.
Okay.
But through, shoot, and it's very clean again. Straightening the car out in the air, pulling round to the entrance with the boost. Really clean across the curves, yet again from Mobbin. We keep seeing this. Very clean. After this next sector, we will swap back to Shiftless soon as we know whether it's true. We try and unfortunately, that will allow Mobbin a little bit of extra comfort zone. But this tube exit could still cost it all. Mobbin having to straighten up significantly as he got Luke a little bit wrong. He's still on the ramp, nice and true, but it needed a big adjustment to get out of the tube clean. He was going to end up having to do a second loop around, and it looks good as well from Andy meeting at the top of the ramp, about 2 or 3 metres down below the lip. Very clean exit this time, Andy. Did just miss the exit from the tube, but we did see a very, very clean landing. But the brick that we heard Andy had may cost him improving his time. Maybe bring it maybe up to a little bit higher than the last sort of Mobbin, avoiding the gap in the barrier very nicely, just pulling to the left. Mobbin, it appears, has made it up and over down to the line. Mobbin, yeah, pulled round to the left and in. Going to take it back to 2-1.
I feel like I'm not gonna perform good on there.
Mobbin takes the lead again.
I might be in the bad battle tag. The two Titanic battle. The two Titanic battles, me and Tag.
Yeah, he's I'm not. I think it looked like Andy did lose some time, but you did have the lead and you didn't notice the bricks. And in them situations, we have just gone with the race result as it is, because you were a bit too far ahead to have noticed it anyway. So we can't hold that against you. And it's the only times it's definitely guaranteed that somebody's going to wait on a brick is when it's agreed between the two, like Jack and Nacho did, but some racers have chosen here and there when they've noticed it to wait up. Well, as you can hear from Mobbin, he'd be more than happy to show the sportsmanship of redoing it. So,
I have a question. What's the Lockwood Club? What's the Locks? What is that crew that Locks and Foxo, Skyfield, what's that crew?
Here we go.
Oh. Hey, my KD went out. Nice.
Catch you in a bit, Mobbin. Good luck. Good luck to you again, Andy.
What's the score, Fox?
If Gauntlet is being redone, then it's 1-1 at the moment, and we're on to the 4th track with Gauntlet to be done from playlist 1 again.
I thought there's going to be more.
Why is Gauntlet being redone?
Bricks. Cleanly through, just a little lifting from the back end that holds it nicely, pulls the back of the car back down nicely as we spot for Andy to get a view of both. Mobbin extending the lead with good boost through the loop and flies very long. Mobbin bricks on landing and Andy is holding up to allow Mobbin to come back into it, so it tightens it back up. Very good sportsmanship from Andy.
Dude, this is supposed to be a stunt racing chat, not goddamn PC chat. What the hell?
Mobbin with good brake boost, pulled away. Good.
If it starts right now, this is going to be a very bit depressing.
Unlucky there, Andy.
I think everyone's.
That's it, Alex. It's very nice indeed. Mobbin with a good lead. Clean jump across, final jump, and he's going to cross the line with a 46.873. Again, it does show it's his lap time from earlier on in my qualifying session with the 41 first lap was very good, a very high-end lap. Very clean this time, the back end not lifting at all, there was no slight grip from Mobbin. And it looks very clean, catching all of the boost, pulling
Yeah,
wide to the right,
I'm
and
getting
it's just
new
moving
that is not the
through. Very,
Bye everybody.
very nicely done, catching a bit further. Very slight brick on the landing, stabbed Mobbin's res for a second, but it didn't stop him. Front end, I believe, lifted up with a bit of lag. Mobbin is in America, so it just lagged a little bit more. And when I'm spectating, sorting the update is nice and clean. Mobbin does have a good, strong internet connection, letting off early, getting nicely high. It's the banked wall, very nice. Mobbin, very nice indeed. It's been a very clean second lap. Mobbin with a 12.1 second lead from the first lap after the Mobbin's overshot the jump and gone to the left. That is going to cause a respawn, and he is going to have to redo the jump. Andy is now coming up very fast behind him, and that has shortened the gap significantly. Mobbin does still have the lead. The front end of Andy's car bouncing wildly on the landing, but again handled nicely, getting good. I'm not happy there with the way the car was behaving. It just did not turn and get the grip. Oh, it just slid into the gap in the barrier. I've been already over the peak of his jump and going back down. Going round the bend. And again, not treating Andy very nicely at the moment. Another brick there. Mobbin with a strong lead. May not have been able to notice it. First mistake, Mobbin being tamed. Everything in the mistake on the final jump is going to be to trust the line. We did see the best lap so far of a 143.883 from Andy. And Mobbin has just taken it, shortening it by, well, taking it to 143.036. Oh, sorry Mobbin, what's that? Yeah, as you both, Andy bricked after the jump twice there as well. When he saw you brick in front of him, he waited up when he passed you. But to level it up there, but then he just drifted a little bit too far to the right, didn't line it up quite right. But, so that one's all good, and if that is the plan to do Gauntlet, at the moment you do have a 2-1 lead then, in this playlist. And if we do go back to do Gauntlet, or if we don't, then it's 3-1, and if we do, it's 2-1 for now with Gauntlet to be replayed, and we'll now move on to the second playlist. Yeah. Both guys showing very good levels of sportsmanship. As I did say, it is more down to the drivers themselves than anything. There is no actual stipulations laid out in either of the tournaments that I'm a part of. I have always just admired a very strong sense of fair play. So Gauntlet will be replayed. At the moment, playlist 1 is set paused at 2-1 in Mobbin's favour, and we will complete Gauntlet again at the end of this. It will just take a moment or two for me to fall out of the clouds and that sort of stuff, so I can spectate.
Luke, you doing the Nailers playlist?
We are back in.
I won't say any comments, don't worry.
To rally.
Do I fuck? Do you want to join? Mate, I rage at them. And then Robin told me off.
Mobbin, take sneaky wall ride on the last time through.
That's when Robin sent me a fucking text on GTA.
Take the lead, and then that
she was like saying
is in a way what forced Andy to push a little bit too hard through the final section as he was closing the gap, trying to retake the lead. Just caught the last bit of banked curve. Oh, okay, nice. The two guys already. Good luck to you both again.
I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat.
Andy, just shake your little bit of frustration you'll be feeling and settle into this second playlist. You are, as we all know, a performer.
You're pushing my buttons. I fancy some cereal, mate. You what? A bowl of Frosties. The only problem with cereal is some crap, man. There's no good cereal. Ooh. Got any Weetabix?
Yeah. No, don't. Oh, we're bothered. Oh, I don't want to keep flicking so much. We'll let the camera just overnight. Use this through here. This first section of rally, while the cars are nice and close together. We do see Shiftless is at the front and did pull away ever so lightly. Mobbin clean through this section again as Andy has to get heavy on the brakes, catch himself very skillfully off the mountain. I have to say, like, going up that mountain, that would have been the end for me. Andy handled it very well and is only really as far behind, a little bit more than he was at this point in the race last time when we saw it got incredibly tight, and he does appear to be reining the distance back in.
That's what it is. Right then. I want some Balvita
Nice.
Thank you.
Corner. Really well done. Really clean. High revs from both, and Mobbin's in. And he swings into it too. Mobbin's out clean, and he's been hung up on the curb, as has a propensity to do. Now, Mobbin with a strong lead and spins out on the exit. The result, head over to Mobbin. And Asan, I believe it's because the guys felt as though the bricking incident affected Gauntlet, and Mobbin is willing to replay Gauntlet. Really tidy. slightly tweakier. Actually having to land
You're just shit, man.
on the brake slightly to navigate
God, I'll beat you
through.
in the
Really
qualifying.
clean, tidy. The car
I'll do you
just
now.
jiggling about, slightly pulling onto the bank. Nice line there from Robin.
Moving off go.
Top of 5 mate, across the line.
No, you didn't. No, we ain't counting Zebra.
So,
That's part of the line.
311.656 from Robin. No.
Oh, that was.
That does take it. Yeah. Yeah, there was no hiding it this time, Mobbin. You knew what you were doing. I'll just take it to 1-0 to Mobbin. We are going to be back in the sea. Yeah. Mobbin is just going to turn on. His air conditioning getting a little bit hot. A little bit sweaty. As the nerves crank up going into the last 3 races. Oh, and yeah, then if it's referring to the whole playlist, it's that they do both back to back. It's supposed to sort of lightly replicate playing a home and away fixture. In like the Champions League style format. Yep, no worries, my man. Mobbin heading back into game chat. So this was the track, and he was able to level it all upon Noser. A couple of bricking incidents that the guys feel maybe did affect the race on Gauntlet, so they are going to sort that out and do that race again after this and play this one. And then they both had 3 bricks, 2 bricks minimum, Mandy, and a third from Mobbin, each fine on the jump.
That's the last of us 2 come out now, right?
So it evened out nicely. A very good lowest stage. Mandy, the car puts out, stays on the track, and it allows Mobbin to stay in. He has gracefully waited up, repaying the favour, as the car did lightly brick and lose control. Clean into the gap, and Mobbin gets hung up on the second post in between the ramp skip. Now it looks as though Andy is repaying it again, and we are. This now is looking like it's going to be nice and clean. Mobbin will greatly appreciate that, having waited up for the light bricking and then the slide that costs time a little bit sideways from Mobbin, causing him to adjust design. It does allow Andy to lightly extend lead over the curve.
My mum was printing off some of the, what's it called, like the transactions that you bought.
Very high entry into wonderful transition from both. Mobbin's very low, Andy's getting high onto the right wall, and he's got onto the boost line nice and early and has extended the lead.
8 more money away. Oh, I don't have bills to pay, so splash it around.
Very clean across the jump from both. And nicely off the
I got no
track.
money on it.
Mobbin going for the brake boost. You do see the tyre mark coming out a little bit extended from the car. Very clean. Well, dirty on the track, but very clean and speed.
Smooth.
Mobbin did manage to close up, and Andy's come off the post.
I buy that off you for £30,
Mobbin
and I have that
way
£20. We
into
both
the
made
lead.
profit.
We are going to head over.
Exactly, that's the whole point. You're supposed to fall for it. So they said I come out £10 richer.
To already slightly shortened Andy now. It's a bit between his teeth. Something
That
chase.
find me straight. So you want
Wow,
straight
the car got into a barrel roll on exit.
They killed me, they did.
That is very unlucky there. Haven't. It looks impossible to control and recorrect.
Yeah.
And this time wisely playing it slightly safer.
At 20,
Getting
40.
himself out. Will head on over to Mobbin. We do see a very clean
That's really harsh.
ramp skip there past the tube from Andy. He does break off a last bit of the fence there. I did have that happen to me, and I know exactly what it feels like. Jacob experiencing it as well. I'm calling it on a flat bit of fence, the nose of the car just clipping into it as Mobbin, as we transition across to him, has missed the transition between the tubes, and Andy is swinging round to the left onto the straight behind him, and that has really allowed it to shorten up with the respawn coming from Mobbin, costing a lot of time with moving backwards on the track as well. Back to the respawn point, we are going to move back to Andy, because I believe we are going to see Mobbin ahead. We did see Andy extend the lead here before, so maybe shortening the gap, and you can see that he has. Alex, wow, unlucky Shiftless, yeah, he was very unlucky. The nose of the car seems to just clip into that flat barrier. But Andy is closing in. Thick brake boost. And nice controlled curb boosting.
He is.
Higher line.
He tapped.
And that's coming from front.
Out the way.
And then lower on the second. Really nice. Just two wheels over the metal line. And you can see the gap. It's tightening up. It may be slightly extended from where it was, but overall closer than it was at the beginning. Andy with nice curb boost. See the car's front wheel clipping into the curb, and that is what you want to see. That perfect little curb boost there. Good clean exit this time, low to the track. Mobbin carrying a lot of speed forward, but Andy now up top speed slightly early. It did close the gap. Really coming into the transition from both. And nicely on the brakes, getting a slightly tighter line. Mobbin, slightly wider approach initially, but good and clean, carrying lots and lots of speed through that series of corners. Very nice. A slightly lower line again from Andy allows him to ever so slightly shorten the gap as he gets to the track. Ever so slightly earlier, but Mobbin very good on the curbs. And it is close, but it is not going to be much between these two lap times again. Andy on top of thick, early bit of boost. Mobbin seems to be matching it with a different line. Andy got the better boost at the end, and that did shorten the gap now. Andy with a good clean tube, you never know. Extending the jump as much as possible, Mobbin shortening it as much as he can. Really clean, great boosting on entry into the tube from Andy, and the gap is shortening. Mobbin seems to get a little bit of boost on entry to the wall. allowing him to slightly extend back and he's reining it back in. A wide approach, but unfortunately clips the lamppost. Stayed nice and straight, but it has. I don't know if I'm not sure it has still been enough to quite catch up, but the gap would have been a little bit closer. Yeah, you're both very unlucky there. You both had a couple of mistakes, but 2:11.336 from Andy to the 0.797. Again, very little between the overall and best lap times. But both feeling like that track is not treating them very well. Mobbin has managed to extend to 2-0. There is an unlucky Shiftless, wow, unlucky Shiftless, because we caught your clipping into the barrier with the nose of the car. And we are back in. We'll be back in the gauntlet. This will be third track. Here's hoping. It's 2-0 in this playlist. The playlist at the moment is 2-1, and they are going to redo Gauntlet because they feel that there was a couple of braking incidents that affected the course of the race. Yep, thank you, Mobbin. See you on the other side. Good luck to you both. And that's the score. So we'll be redoing Gauntlet for playlist 1. And here's hoping we get a good clean run this time, so that we don't have to do it twice at the end. You see, Andy has held his lead and maybe ever so slightly extended on entry of the underpass. Mobbin though, holding pace now and not losing any more ground. My eye catching an extra little curve down that straight, and that really has shortened the gap. Now just over a card's length between the two. Curve boost there from Shiftless allowed him to hold on to lead with the cleaner curves from Mobbin, and again that see that Mobbin is closing through.
Sweet, we got an extra spot, boys.
Really clean through. Very nice and tidy.
What's the extra spot? Yeah. You are. You know.
Really clean through
Such a laugh.
and it has been able to send his lead through speed, nice smooth on, very clean line from Mobbin, and that is going to allow him to undertake Andy, I do believe. It is close, it's neck and neck. Mobbin not just quite managing the undertake. We do see Mobbin ever so slightly further back, minimal distance between the two, and Mobbin shortened the gap a lot with that exit. Took all of the height out of the jump. Good clean approach into the tube from both, but I believe Mobbin did just pass into lead. Andy got ever so slightly caught on the next little bit of the tube, but handled it really well, and Mobbin extends into the lead. This one's the one from this playlist, and then they'll be replaying the playlist 1-1. Hey, Evil Nora, nice to see you. Thank you for coming by.
Evil Nora's in your stream.
Yeah. She's in that.
Why is she doing a fucking stream?
I was given permission to post it in the Crow chat, wasn't I? And Shiftless is backing Crow a little bit, so
Oh,
you
hey,
can
I'm not
swing by
saying
to
I'm just
show some support to their Crow members.
I'm just wondering why she's there, that's all. That's all.
Thank you very much for that, Evil Nora. Very appreciated. It is, as Mobbin has pulled back into the lead. Andy with that good boost line matches the speed again and it shortens the lost time. A good clean tube exit from both. Mobbin slightly lower, but Andy carrying more speed.
I'll do it for you, Luke.
The top speed reached earlier, but getting to the boost in time to hold the lead. Smooth lines over the boost, over the curves, is allowing Mobbin to shorten and take the lead again. Good line.
Nora's trying to become the best on the Rockstar
stunts.
stunts.
Nice. Fight between the two. We've seen 254.547 from Mobbin to a 254.891 from Shiftless. We do see that Andy...
Soon. She's shit. She's shit. She's shit. She won't.
Mobbin with a slightly higher exit this time, and he is going to catch up on the top of the ramp. That is allowing Andy to pull slightly further into the lead. And Nora, anytime you want to come racing on these, you're more than welcome.
You clapper.
And I'll see you soon. I'll see you probably at the next Crow playlist. We are heading...
You're that. No, she's fucked.
No.
She's already tried stunts with us. Didn't end well.
Hmm?
Yeah, she's supposed to join my lobby once. She's tried it, she didn't like it. She also got trapped. I'm glad. You can add that bit. Shitty streets.
Through in the final lap, we do see the 253.238 from Andy to no improvement there from Mobbin. So not quite sure how much time he lost. I do see Mobbin, Shiftless up ahead, already having gone through the left and will be heading and exited the right as Mobbin hits the boost. Shifting to the left now, through the corner from Shiftless. Mobbin hits the straight. It looks nice and clean, but Mobbin slightly heavy off the barrier. And Andy extending lead slightly with that. We are going to see out the next tube with Andy, and that I was a little bit worried there for Mobbin, but it was nice and low and got himself through very nicely.
That wasn't me, I'm on mic muted, you cunt.
And he just looking very nice and clean, handling the D8 very well, pulling onto the boost line and up through into the boost. Really clean lines here from Shiftless, putting a slight smile on my face. Really clean, and he twists into this final exit. Nice approach there, nice and slow on the exit, but enough speed to carry him flat out of it and down the hill. Really well done. You can see Mobbin straightening out behind him, signifying that the exit for Mobbin is clean and complete, as well as it's straightened out slightly left and right. But it looks good. He's out and through the tube, and we are going to head back to Mobbin. And that is a wonderful tube exit from Mobbin, straight to the floor in the little wibble wobble from the car as it settles onto all four wheels. We are, I'm imagining, going to see as the car bricks horribly at the little incline before the end, and he has crossed the line. He did have quite a lead as Mobbin just deflects up the jump. It looked like a good clean character switch there from Mobbin, very nicely done. Yeah, he bricked on the last ramp. No, you'd got the lead at that point. It was just on the last little ramp up, the incline bit you can brick on. Fern bricked on it a couple of times. But the race was in your hands at that point. Yeah, I believe so. That does bring it back. 2-1. And he does take the gauntlet. As we head in to what is now the penultimate track, it is the final track of this playlist. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Mobbin giving us a little sneak preview that there is a new video, possibly, I'm putting that in little hyphens because I believe that means it is coming tomorrow, so do make sure you head over and check Mobbin's channel out. Yeah, this is on Downtown Loop, so be looking forward to that. I know I'll be on it as soon as it's out. No, good choice to shout that out, Mobbin. It's a good way to help me sell it. Yeah, good timing as well. Good segue. Good luck, Mobbin. Good luck, Andy. Oh. As you can hear, well, you can't hear, but Andy's not the biggest fan of this track. Top of the horn. No, with Shiftless, no. Red. Slightly darker, like candy sort of red. Mobbin's very nice sparklers from both. Clean loop skip from both allows Andy to hold the lead. Mobbin maintains distance wonderfully well. Could be a good close battle. It is going to need Andy to be nice and clean. We know this is one of Mobbin's personal favourite. Bit of a loop skip king with Jack. Mobbin closing the gap with a bit of extra curb and boost, flies through the loop skip and past Andy. and he's not losing a lot of time, and a good line over the ramp shortens the gap and allows him to carry slightly more speed through the corner. Good and aggressive over the curves, allows him to pull away sharp on the brake. But Mobbin goes a little bit further on the jump, both land it clean, and Mobbin swings into the lead. Mobbin handled the tight turn really well to hold the lead, and he was able to shorten it with a smoother line. It's looking good. Now, will we see? No, it's nice and smooth, nice and safe. I believe it's the correct approach. You see the 142.199 to the 143.024. Really, just under a second between two. Mobbin with the slight lead. And it's slightly nice and clean through the loop skip from both again, allowing the gap to stay at the moment where it is. It is and Silver just leading, and over the jump, nice and long from Andy, clearing the checkpoint and shortening the gap significantly to Mobbin. Mobbin with slightly higher revs early on. The car just tilted downwards to the right across the loop skip, just bottomed out on the platform. Making it onto the track though will allow him to potentially capitalise on any mistakes from Mobbin. After this loop skip, we'll head on over to Mobbin and share out that YouTube. Oh, Mobbin has made a mistake and has had to go through the loop. Mobbin and Andy are now really close together. Mobbin has pulled slightly into the lead with the higher revs. Really clean through the corner. Nice boost off the curbs. Mobbin's jump very long, just clearing the checkpoint, and he's stopping just before. And you can see Mobbin aggressive across the curbs. He must have caught a brake boost there because the gap was slightly extended. Tiny slide around the corner to slow him down, but that has allowed Andy to shorten the gap back. Oh, and the car this time tilts to the left and it's in to the platform. Clean through with a nice brake boost, but we are going to head over to Mobbin. Maybe get just like a little glimpse of what he potentially has to show off in the video. Brick on the landing with a jump from Andy. Nice clean brake boost. The left tyres from Mobbin. Clean triple, quadruple flip. Very nice from Mobbin. Handles the slide down the banked curve very nicely. Gets the car over the dividing wall. Mobbin, exceptional control through the corners. Lovely single barrel roll on the ramp skip. And he is clean across the line off the barrier. Like just when you miss the loop skip, it did bring it back level. That does take this playlist 3-1. And Mobbin is a little bit with Jack, a bit. I'd say it's a little bit of a shared crown. You've always been changing the records on tracks like this, fighting between the two of you. this track was very suited to you. Yeah, I'll be dropping out, so you might need to send me an invite to your session again. It'll kick me out. Mobbin will be reloading Gauntlet from the first playlist. I'll rejoin. I might be able to rejoin on the invite session, but I think it opens a new one, so I'll just wait so I don't get stuck. Make this transition as clean as possible. There is now just under 2 hours 45 minutes until qualification 3. And again, do remember to head over to Mobbin's channel tomorrow to check out his new video. Or possibly tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. So he's hoping that it is out tomorrow. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Okay. We'll be looking forward to that, Mobbin. Definitely will. My eyes will be kept wide open. I am just in the clouds at the moment, so hopefully it will drop me out of them very soon. Yeah. Come on, let me out of the clouds. It'll be a little bit slow when it ends the spectating. Yeah. Come on, GTA. No, he's a fast lad. You're both very fast lads, and it's been a very intense battle between the two. Very, very fine mistakes. Like, it's just really intense to watch battles like this. Yeah. It's not letting me out of clouds at all quickly here. There we go, it is finally loading me in. Yes, I want to quit that spectator mode. Unfortunately, I have to leave that. I can't do anything else. It should be quite a quick transition into a session from here. Yeah, it does take a while when you come out of spectator mode. Unfortunately, Alex, you have to leave again because you're still in spectator mode on somebody else. It should be slightly shorter this time. And I will be joining straight onto Mobbin, spectating as I drop into the session as he invites Shiftless in to the Gauntlet lobby. Promise I'm just quickly grab this invite. And I'm on my way. Yeah. Right, I'm now just loading into your session, Mobbin. Garage. Yep. Mobbin gracefully agreeing to replay this race. After the bricking incidents, I'm in your session yet. So if you let me know once you're in your playlist, then I'll spectate then, because it sometimes kicks me out as you load into. Yeah, lovely. Spectate. And there we go. So yeah, I'm spectating. Andy, I'm guessing, will be on his way very shortly. And we will be running Playlist 1's Gauntlet. This does give Andy the chance to level it all up in this playlist. Mobbin has taken 3 points from the second playlist already. That does take Mobbin, I believe, on to 7 points so far in the group. Yep, that is correct. And that ties him up with Esco after Esco beat me in both of my playlists. Mobbin, don't you worry, you've got your 3-6 points coming your way sometime next week. Yeah, you've got me, do you know what I mean? You're up against me, so I'll try. Oh no, that's in between the knockout stage, so after the match next week there'll be a week break. But I'll try for the points, but I do imagine that your high skill level will see you through nicely. Okay, Mobbin. Yep, Mobbin choosing to stay in party this time. I will talk ever so slightly quieter, just to not distract the two. It's been randomly assigned, so we have them assigned to D8 Krieger and stuff like that. Krieger and Emirates, and then GTO tracks, and point-to-points are all together. And then we do a random draw, but we try not to repeat the tracks, either week to week sort of thing. And here we are on the line. Again, this is the second, well, the replay of Playlist 1 Run a Gauntlet. And it's just pull away off the lead, off the start, with a very good start. Clearly getting good mid-drive boost, good curbs. That's nothing, pulls up. Nice and tidy, getting early curves. That's nice. Smooth line from Mobbin. Start on the incline from Mobbin's curve. Mobbin needed an extra double brake to get through the corner. This is where we were seeing, I don't know why it occasionally chooses to change. My control was just flat down then, but we do get to see one of the exits. We do see Mobbin behind. It initially looked like that was closing, and it did close it. Mobbin's airtime shorter than Andy's air, allowed him to close in a little bit of a lost time from the first portion of this track. Tied and down the corners a little bit heavy offset, that could just be the lag. Very tiny line, Andy there, and he slightly pulled away again. Now Mobbin will maybe sees himself up in the line a bit here, and it's exceptionally clean. Mobbin's airtime is so short, only hitting the track a couple of moments after Andy. Andy's was slightly longer and slightly faster, Mobbin getting the extra momentum down and over the jump. As you can see, the gap again did get shorter than where it was at the exit. Clean entry into the tube from both. Reed and both taking a very similar line there. Mobbin again to the ground, slightly earlier. That controlled experience coming into focus as we try to close. And there is a big brick there from Mobbin. Yep, hugely on the bottom of the ramp there. Andy is very clearly, you can see on the map, just waiting up at the top of this jump before the next checkpoint. Allow the gap to shorten. He was just waiting up ahead of you. Just 1 second, Andy. There you go. Yeah, he was just inside the circle at that point. But there we go. Showing nice bit of sportsmanship back to Mobbin, and that does allow the gap to be just about where it was before the jump. A little bit extended maybe, just slightly. Just steady your throttle a little bit through the next corner, you should be good, I think. I'd say that was about where it was, I think. And there you go, yeah, that's good. Nice and clean entrance through into the tube. Good boost line there. Clean, smooth, snaky line through the tube, and Andy's exit, very clean, is going to allow him to pull away. That slight, more aggressive line through the tube, it carries more risk, but when it pays off, the dividends are very high. Mobbin's code definitely good speed, but the contact ground takes a little bit longer to come back to the bottom of the car. The gap appears to have stayed around the same with Mobbin. Likely to shorten it as Andy goes off to the left out of the exit with an instant respawn. Mobbin just clipping off the top of the ramp, handling the bounce nicely. Quick on the R1 button, swinging the car around. I say the R1, the handbrake, and swinging the car back around in the air. But that is, I've had nightmares with these tubes. As you guys, you've been watching the 1v1s, will have seen for myself. Like, I literally have nightmares over these two tubes in particular. And Raton is the absolute stuff of my night sweating terrors. And again, Mobbin hangs up on the jump up. And the bricks at the moment are very high in this game. I'm not in... Maybe there is a slight issue with the game today, because there does seem to be more bricking issues. I know that place does have the propensity to brick, but Mobbin and Andy have both looked nice and straight, and that is when the car normally behaves to its best. At that point, Mobbin does still have a nice lead. I believe Andy did feather the throttle again when he'd heard, so he didn't come swinging past as Mobbin respawned. Again, repaying sportsmanship that Mobbin showed him with replaying this match, replaying this track, and not then wanting to play it dirty take an entry win. Mobbin has pulled away slightly into the tube. We are going to stick with Andy for a moment to see how he sticks to the right side slightly longer than some, but it gives him very good strong boost, as we have seen pull away a couple of times, and that is a very, very clean, nice exit from Andy. We do see Mobbin ahead already on the boost. You have to say that exit from Andy is very nice. We've seen times so far of 302.445 to 307.672, I believe. That is the first lap. And we do see that Mobbin is slightly out of view. I mean, just straightened up to the exit. You saw that on the map. We're going to look down, see where Mobbin is. It looks good, connecting just... No. It is... Andy suffering the problems that Luke's been mentioning recently, that when the D8 isn't perfectly level, the handbrake in-air control doesn't appear to take effect. Mobbin did have good strong lead. Unfortunately, that may just confirm his first bonus as well. Clean exit through across the curves over the nicely very tidy end of the lap. That's what happened to Mobbin on the first lap. He just bricked into, he didn't break, he jumped up, but he just undercut the ramp skip by like 0.5 millimeter. It was very, very fine from the ramp skip, but Mobbin has been able to take all 6 points here. Yeah, congratulations to Mobbin. I'm going to offer the commiserations across, but that was, yeah, like, I'm guessing he did leave you in a little bit of pressure there, Mobbin. You did have your work cut out for you there. It wasn't an easy run, but that does take you on to 10 points. Mobbin won both in the end, and Rally has come up. It receives a hell no from both as they head into free mode. But with that, with offering the congratulations across to Mobbin, and again making sure that you do check out his channel over the weekend. He will be having a video dropped very soon, and then another extra surprise for the community later in the week. So keep your eyes on that. Also, head over to Shiftless. He has got, although it is now a broken world record, it will give you some very good guidelines on how to maybe achieve and break that time yourself. So make sure you do head over there and check that out as well. That is Shiftless. That will be all from myself, after saying thank you to everybody stopping by and for all the comments in chat. And I will be streaming again in just under 2.5 hours. So I'll see you for qualifying session 3. And goodbye. No, thank you, Mobbin. And thank you, Andy, for asking me to do this.